Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Welcome to episode 60. Is it 63?
I think it's 63.
63
yeah, that sounds right.
of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool blazer, Ramon.
And on the other end is usually he ain't here today.
Aww.
So, even without him there, we are still.
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie. He'll be back next week.
There
though.
wasn't the same we form energy.
Yeah,
we couldn't form Insensitive Culture without Johnny. But
Right.
we're trying.
I couldn't say. I almost said it, and then I'm like,
Nah.
wait, we're not forming
No, we're not
anything
forming.
right now.
It's like the Megazord missing an arm. It's just no good.
In this case, the brain. Yeah. Facts.
I think I'm like an ankle. I'm like the Megazord, whatever the
I don't know
blue,
what
the
the
Blue
fuck I am.
Ranger was. Fuck
I don't know
him.
what the fuck I am. I'm the crotch region.
The crotchular.
Are you used to the song? The intro song still?
I am, yeah, no,
Yeah, you got
I'm
used
with
to
it
it?
now, yeah.
Yeah. No, I fuck with
I'm
it.
trying to think of the other one now, and I'm having a hard time even remembering what
I
it
do kind of miss it every now and then, the old one, just because
Yeah.
of how playful it was. But, yeah, fuck
I missed it on the way out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was always where I would I'd hum it out and really get
Mm-hmm.
into it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, shit. We're going to get flagged for that shit, dude. You can't do that. That's why we had to change that shit.
We ain't play it. So,
Neither
we should be
is
good.
YouTube.
Yeah, no, they're not playing at all. Fuck. All right. So we do have a couple questions.
Okay.
Because we had
Okay.
a bunch to get through, but I narrowed it down a little bit. I got a couple.
Weeded out some of them.
Yeah, that I thought would be a cool thing to talk about. This is a weird one, and I don't even remember
shit.
somebody asking this.
Oh, shit.
But do you sit or stand when you wipe?
Ooh, that was Leanne. That was my cousin's
Oh, that's what it
wife.
was.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Do you
she
sit or
submitted that.
stand when you wipe? Because a recent survey says 30% of people sit.
30%, yeah.
30%?
30% of people sit?
Yeah, when you wipe. Isn't that
That's
strange?
it. That's low.
That's very low.
Yeah, no, I have to stand. I have to.
You have to stand.
I do stand
to
yeah.
wipe your ass.
You're a
You
30%.
stand?
You're a 30% shitter.
Dude. So I don't understand how do you stand?
I mean, I'm not gonna stand
I
there.
I get you. I'm just saying. Like, okay. I'll put you through my logic, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a sitter.
Okay.
Right? Why? Because I mean, it's a little inconvenient to have to like shift from one side.
Sure.
But I would just imagine if you stand, your cheeks are clenching, like they, you know what I mean?
You're gonna loosen them a little bit. You want.
I mean, I understand that, but they're still like they're closing up when you
clenched.
stand.
They're clenched, sure. And I'm sure there's probably over the course of a lifetime, probably like a day's worth of extra wiping. Just because of those clenched cheeks, like you're not getting the full. But I feel like when I'm sitting down, it feels weird because you're going from the back,
Yeah.
and like you got to get like under and down, and you even have a bidet. So like, do you even really have to fuck with it that much? So you're not even really wiping that much. Like if I had a bidet that was in there, so this is like pre-bidet.
This is just
Pre-bidet.
how I remember wiping my ass my entire life.
Yeah. And so when you were a little kid, at any point, up until you were a certain age, did your mom wipe your ass?
I'm sure she did. I don't know how that was a.
Because like
had to be a long time ago.
Vivid memories still of being a kid, shitting, and like yelling for my mom to come like, Mom, I'm done, and she would have to come in, and like I would stand up and sort of bend over a little bit, and
Yeah.
she would wipe me, and like I rocked that for as long as I could because I did not. Number one, like shitting. You remember the shitty underwear story? When I hid them shits.
Yeah.
I didn't like shitting. I certainly didn't like wiping. So like I was not about that life. And I was like, Ma. And I tried it like 2 weeks ago and she was like, Not this time, Dave. Not this time.
That stopped when you were 17.
Yeah. 18th birthday. She cut me off. She's like, "That's it, Dave. You're done. You are
the day
done."
you moved out.
Yeah.
The job became someone else's.
At my high school graduation, she whispered it in my ear as I came off the stage. She's like, "I'm done wiping your fucking ass." And that was it.
Bro, that's wild that you actually fucking remember your mom wiping your ass.
It was a huge part of my childhood. I did not. That's how much I hated shitting. I needed my ass wiped. I needed it.
Oh, that is so wild to me. I thought for sure that we were gonna be like, "What? No, everyone sits."
And this isn't really. I don't think anybody knows. Like, no one's seen me wipe my ass before. Like, that's
no one has.
That you know of.
Who the fuck would you have?
Oh,
that
maybe
would
a girl.
watch you
Maybe
wipe?
she's brushing her teeth and you're pinching one out real quick and you're doing a quick wipe.
No,
I mean, you're bideting, so you're drying mostly.
That's not what we do
dry.
in the first place. But when I know that there are people that do that.
Yeah,
and
I'm not
when
like
they do
that.
that, I feel like it's like, all right, get out. I'm gonna wipe.
Peeing is okay. Oh yeah, no, wiping too. But like, even if you were in there shitting, like, all right, I'm done now. Like, this is walk private time. There's no stand brushing. You don't want to even be brushing your teeth. Someone's wiping their ass. Dude. Like, oh, this crest is delicious.
I don't want to be doing anything when someone's wiping their ass in the same room. Like, fuck out of here. Oh, but I honestly thought that you were gonna sit here and be like, "Yo, we're gonna." No, because I'm like, because in my head, I'm like, "Yo, who stands up? Who stands up and wipes their ass after they're standing?" Like, it's more work.
Are you when you're a sit wiper? You're wiping and just dropping in, or are you giving it a peek? Are you seeing when you're done? Are you seeing what the situation is like? Are you looking at the toilet paper to see if you're... So you have no idea how clean your ass is. You could just a couple wipes.
I mean,
that suffices.
You have to do that like later. You know what I mean? Like when you
later what?
When you get towards the end, when you get like towards the end and you're done, you have to be like, oh, is there anything there?
So you're not looking every time.
It's not every time.
A bunch of wipes in.
Yeah.
But what if it's one of those shits where there's nothing to wipe? Like it's one of those ghost shits where like you shit, you know it plopped. It's in the toilet, but there's no.
You still try to wipe, and then you can.
How many wipes do you give it?
First of all,
how many wipes are you get? It's a clean wipe first time. Nothing at all.
It's just a clean.
It's clean. There's not a speck of shit on that paper. It could be a fresh paper.
You kind of know. You kind of know it because it feels just like just a dry paper. There's nothing there, so you still have to look at it one time to just confirm.
But then do you give it a second one just to make absolute
if
sure?
There's nothing on there yet? No. No.
Maybe you just went around the spot. You're sitting down. Maybe you just missed it and there's a huge fucking glob in there, dude.
How does this make sense to a person that stands up when he wipes his ass?
I'm trying to put myself in your position.
I get you. So you just do.
So if I'm standing and I'm wiping, you can give an easy check before it drops in the toilet. If you're standing up, all you're doing is a little peek back. I'm not reaching behind my back and under my fucking asshole and at that point, after you're wiping, why even pull it back to look at? Like, you might as well just drop it if you're down there.
No,
right?
you do a tilt to the side. It's more of a tilt to the side. You're not gonna just sit there like a frumpy fucking frog. Just like go around my fucking
stuck
ass
under your ass cheek, and you're trying to pull it out.
You're not trying to do all that. You give it a little tilt, You know, you lift, tilt, and lift.
I wish Johnny was here for this. We're gonna ask him next week.
He's the deciding factor on who's weird on this.
He is. This is the third head, dude.
Yeah, so you give it a little tilt, a little pivot.
Yeah.
You know,
I think my standing is, like I said, I think it's just from being a kid and having
your mom.
At that point, there was no changing. Like I wouldn't just become a sit down wiper now, and you wouldn't start standing. So think about that next time you guys shit, and you listeners too. Tell us how you shit.
Yeah, I need to know because I don't want to feel like I'm the weirdo. Obviously, actually, it seems like I am the weirdo because 30% of people sit when they wipe.
Yeah, according to the study, which
a majority of people stand up to wipe their shit, which is wild to me. Mm-hmm. I bet you we should take bets on what Johnny's gonna say, because he's a what's that shit he uses?
The squatty potty.
Yeah, he uses a squatty potty. So his whole process
no,
is...
So if he's using a squatty potty, dude, his fucking knees are up like this. He's not. There's no way he's unless he's going through the front, like back to front, dude, rubbing that shit all over his balls, dude. I'm sorry, John. I hope that's not what you're doing, dog.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure that is what he's doing.
And does he have a squatty potty on vacation right now? Ooh. How's he shitting on those toilets in St. Thomas?
That's true.
They don't come stocked with a
squatty
potty?
I mean, they should. Did you see that fucking that villa?
I did see that, yeah. They had everything else.
They should have a squatty potty.
Wipers.
They should have a bidet.
They have moms that work there.
fucking Siri over here trying to talk to us.
I was like, that's my phone.
No, so that's another interesting question. I've never used like a bidet,
like a real
because they always have it like next to the toilet. Do you like get up and then squat on this bidet?
Oh, like the European ones.
Yeah,
I would assume that's. I mean, it's not going to reach you.
No, it's not. That's just strange.
Yeah.
You got to get up with a dirty ass,
and then you're squatting over it. Yeah.
Because it never looks like an actual toilet. It looks more like a water fountain,
or like you baptize a baby in it. You just drop his head in.
Can you imagine?
Could I imagine baptizing a child in a bidet? I guess I could. Yeah, it's not that outlandish. If the water was holy, it still counts, dude. If it's blessed.
Oh shit! If the water was holy,
bless you, my child. Plop.
Blessed be.
Blessed be the fruit.
Yo, that new season. That new season of Handmaids is getting wild. I'm
so glad you put me onto that shit, dude.
I'm only 2 episodes in, and I'm already like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Wait till 3.
I'm like we're almost at the point where we're gonna watch it separately. Because I ruin it for her falling asleep or she ruins it for me because she falls asleep.
Ash and I, when we're watching anything, we keep each other honest. If we see each other falling asleep, and usually it's her that falls asleep. Like, it's rare that I fall asleep if we're watching something, but like she'll twitch. So if we're watching something, all of a sudden I see her fucking twitch, I'll look up and I'll be like, "You sleeping?" Yeah,
she was doing that. She was doing that to me. She was trying to call me out on it because I was definitely sleeping and caught myself multiple times, like waking up. I got the majority. That was the first episode. The majority of the story, I caught myself doing that shit. I was just like, and then she just kept laughing at it. She's just like, when she fell asleep, it was honestly because she knew she was going to fall asleep the next day because she was so tired. She was like, we can rewatch the first episode. We got like 15 minutes in and she's fucking snoring and shit. So I was like, all right, well. But anyway, we got through it. I'm on episode 2. Probably gonna watch episode 3 tonight. And episode man, is it tomorrow. Fucking
wow.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
Hulu.
Such a good show. Yeah. A lot of people like that I've told about it who have tried it. It's hit or miss with some people.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't really know too many people that watch it, honestly. I wish I did.
Yeah.
Talk to them about it. I always ask people. Sometimes multiple times they're like, "No, you've asked me that. I do not still." Like, I'm sorry. I just really want somebody that watches The Handmaid's Tale.
I'll tell you right now, if you are looking to watch something with your girl that she will enjoy and you will enjoy.
Both of them.
Yep. Watch Handmaid's Tale on Hulu. It's dope. I was actually kind of excited because my boy Joey started watching Snowfall. Because I have nobody to talk to about Snowfall either.
True. That's true.
And it's such a good ass fucking show.
Yeah.
So many people watch Power, and this is like, it's like Power except so much better.
Yeah. Power always looked, I don't know.
I tried it. Couldn't do it.
It looked cheesy to me.
Yeah.
Over dramatic.
Nah. But it was I think I got like halfway through the first season. If even that. I'm even thinking like that's too much. Maybe like 1 or 2 episodes in the first season.
And you're like, meh.
Power was better than Empire. Empire's super fucking cheesy to me.
Maybe I was thinking Empire.
Yeah, that's the one with Terrence Howard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. And what's her face? Taraji?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Power was the one produced by 50 Cent. It's on Stars.
It's still, like, it reminded me of the same show, though. Like, it wasn't that different. Like, it's still.
I always got the two confused, but apparently they're not. Power, I would much rather watch Power than fucking Empire. But Snowfall is a good fucking show, and it has to do
FX
with like
too. FX has some.
Yeah. I don't even want to tell anybody too much about it. I've talked about it before. But it's a loose story on Freeway Ricky Ross, and it's in the 80s where the crack epidemic started, and this teenager from California gets hooked up with, not by chance, but he worked his way into a CIA connect for the cocaine, like the raw cocaine, was taught how to make the crack, and then he's just like working his way to become a boss. And
sounds dope.
Such a good fucking show. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm gonna fuck with it eventually.
Yeah, you gotta fuck with that. That's one that's on the list. That one and Dark. You gotta watch Dark.
Dark.
Yep. All right, so thank you for that question, Leanne. Another question that we have is, if you could have any guest on the show, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Any guest
dead
on the
or
show.
Alive?
Dead or alive?
There's a lot of people.
That's everybody that's ever lived.
I mean, yeah, but you have your influences, right? So like instantly when I thought of that, I thought of the people who have passed that I really idolized and like would watch throughout the years, and were like a staple in my life. And of course I went through Chris Farley, Heath Ledger. I would love to talk to him.
Heath Ledger popped in my head too. That's weird.
But quite honestly, now that I thought about it for a little bit, Robin Williams.
I don't know if I could keep up, dude. That'd be so exhausting. He's always a mile a fucking minute. He was a
mile a minute,
shit, dude.
But at the same time, you hear those interviews that he had, and he would say he had a calm demeanor about him too. Like he was a mile a minute when it came to doing all kind of shit, like just everything. His stand up was a mile a minute. It was great shit. It was a good time.
Yeah.
But when he had those heartful conversations,
if you could pull that out, dude. If you could get that, if you get him to slow the fuck down and really just talk to us instead of like, the Robin Williams shtick. I'm not gonna do it, but yeah, that'd be good. That
would be a good one. Why? Because man, like just his transition, right? I remember watching him from Mork and Mindy and like back in those days, and being a comedic icon, and then on top of that, when he transitioned to being a serious actor, with such like heartfelt roles, I don't know. He was just, and then on top of that, he had a lot of the movies that we liked as kids. And I'm talking about like those were roles that as an adult, even now, you go back and watch any of his movies, and you will find something. What's the one? The Good Will Hunting. Great fucking movie.
Yep.
And as an adult, you find those roles later in life, but before we knew him from Jumanji, fucking Jack, Flubber, fucking like so many
Crazy
movies.
roles.
Hook is still one of my favorite movies.
The Birdcage.
The Birdcage, that's right. Yeah, as a kid, I really wanted to watch Birdcage. My father made me leave. But just he was all around. Like I would love to pick his brain and just talk to him about his successes and shit. So that
his
would be
love of Zelda.
That too. Yeah, his daughter's name is
Zelda.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to pick somebody dead because it's just a waste. Like if I don't pick somebody dead, like it's like, oh,
there's a lot of amazing people who are alive.
There is. And like obviously Tarantino, any of my idols that I would love to pick their brain and just shoot the shit with, talk movies.
Yeah.
But I feel like Freddie Mercury.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like Queen. I love Queen.
Yeah.
Big Queen fan, and he was a performer, and his interviews were always very eloquent and well spoken, and I feel like he would be awesome to talk to. He's always a nice guy, and I mean, not that I know him, but like what I've read and what I've been told about him, and like to party, and I think that'd be chill as fuck, dude. And it's fucking Freddie Mercury. I'd be like, dude, just fucking sing something a cappella for us, dude. He's the craziest voice of all time, dude. Like that would be. And yeah, Freddie Mercury. And like there's a lot of dead musical people that I would like. Bob Marley, that'd be a cool interview as well, but Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
That would be dope.
I would enjoy that.
Hell yeah. I think the audience would too. They'd be like, yo, how did you get Freddie Mercury on your shit? It's famous and he's been dead for 40 years.
No, that would be dope. But, there's a shit ton of people that are alive that I would love to fucking sit down and talk with.
Okay, we picked a dead one. Let's pick a live one.
I would.
And I won't pick Tarantino because that's too obvious.
No, I would, quite honestly, hate him or love him. I would probably, and my friends and shit would probably already know who the fuck I'm going to say. But I would pick like Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Either it's a toss up between Will Smith and The Rock.
Oh, The Rock.
Yeah, because I would love to talk to either one of them. But I'd have to say Will Smith just because I love his demeanor. I love the way, the shit he puts out and his mindset and how he transitioned from music to movies and then being at the top and essentially like he gets onto he becomes top tier in anything he does, because now even now, like, right, his movies took a dip, like they're not the greatest movies and whatnot, but he's taken to social media and now he's like fucking dominating social media. He's always putting up wild shit, like crazy shit.
Did you see his post about his dad bod?
Yeah. That was
come on.
Well, that was I just actually he put that up. He was like, I'm in the worst shape of my life is what he put. And then I just saw something that he's actually promoting a show now that's going to be coming out on where I think it's him like working his way back to fitness.
Nice.
Yeah, so
maybe he did that on purpose. He got all out of shape just so that he
maybe either that or he just did it.
Pandemic.
Even with his fucking dad bod, is like that's just like your average person.
I don't even know. I was gonna say I don't even think that was a dad bod.
It wasn't.
Like,
it's not. He just like posted, but the way that he was standing and shit, and he's in his underwear, he made it real dad bodish. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh, where is this going? That's instantly what I thought. Like, where is this going? Why is he saying this? And then today I see he posted up like
smart,
or it was like something came up that was saying like Westbrook Entertainment is coming out with a series on Will Smith losing weight and something else for somebody else, but so I was like, oh, okay, I know what he's doing now. Makes sense. Who would you pick that's alive?
I mean, I feel like I think Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, that's a fucking good one, though.
I feel like, because, I mean, he's got, his movie shit, and he sort of had that same, young, not the same Robin Williams come up, but, like, we've seen him grow from fucking all his shit, from What's Eating Gilbert Grape till, his recent shit. I feel like that would be a good interview. And, I mean, he knows politics, and he's sort of a left-wing leaning celebrity, so I feel like we'd mesh well, and it'd be cool to just talk about all the movies and shit, ask him about The Revenant and working with Tarantino and the scene in Django where he fucking cut his hand and kept filming. Like, there's so much.
Filming.
Yeah.
Yep. Rubbed his blood on old girl's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we could do that shit all day. We
sure.
can answer that shit all day.
Hell
Because
yeah.
instantly
I
I'm
got
like
5 more, dude.
yeah, instantly I'm like, oh, fucking Tom Hanks. You know?
Papa Hanks. Be like,
Yeah.
so how much of a disappointment is Chet?
I knew you were going to come out with that shit.
I mean, come on. We would have to. Like, listen, talk to us about White Boy Summer. What's the deal here? Have you gotten a blood test? Do you know that he's yours?
I would automatically assume that when he goes into an interview, he
Chet
instantly
is
says,
off limits, yeah.
do not mention my fucking son Chet.
But Colin's the
Colin,
man.
you
want
can
to talk
mention.
about
You
Colin?
want to talk about Colin?
Hell
I'll
yeah.
answer a question or two, but
Proud
do not fucking
papa.
ask me about fucking Chet Hanks.
He'll walk off. The only time you see him yank off his mic and leave an interview pissed off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I saw Robert Downey Jr. do that. I forget which interview. It was a bunch of them he's done, but there was one in particular that somebody asked him something, and
It was probably about his sobriety
He
or
was
some
pissed.
shit.
It was something like that. Yeah, it had to do with him getting sober and something that he said and caught him off guard. I guess it was off limits, and because he was throwing this dude, like the dude was tossing him softballs. Like the whole interview was when Age of Ultron came out.
Yeah.
Stupid, easy questions about his character and blah blah blah, and then he hit him with this shit, and he's like, "Yo, it's like, are we
go
doing an
fuck
interview
yourself.
here?" And he just stood up, took his shit, and fucking bounced. It's like, that's gotta feel.
I
shitty,
vaguely
dude.
remember
That's
that. I
gotta feel
can't remember
shitty.
the reason why he would get
You're
up.
interviewing somebody. Like,
Oh yeah, you know you done fucked up. Either that, either you feel like you fucked up, or you be like, yes, I struck a nerve,
Right.
And this is going to now go through the media as it was my interview that made him
Right.
get up and walk out.
yeah, you get your 15 minutes for
Yeah.
sure,
Oh,
regardless of whether it was good or bad.
Yeah, that's always how that goes. But I'd much rather just be a straight shooter and
Yeah, I don't want to piss anybody off, dude. Then no one's going to fucking do interviews with you again if you're known as that asshole.
Word. Until you like, unless you do it like very well, and then it's like people will still.
If you can bring it back, like if you can talk him off that ledge and reel him back in and
Yeah.
pull it off, yeah.
Yeah.
Diane Sawyer.
Interestingly enough, I was talking to Jonni earlier, and for some reason he wanted us to bring up nugget porn.
Nugget porn.
Nugget porn.
did
I had
say-
no idea what the fuck that was.
I had to go to Urban Dictionary.
I didn't go to Urban Dictionary. I just like kind of Googled it, and I still figured like, oh, let me make a private browser. Because
I just said fuck it.
fuck it. So apparently, nugget porn
Mm-hmm.
is when you or porns that involve all 4 amputated limbs.
Was it both arms and both legs, or was it either?
That's
or?
what it said.
Yeah, because some of
Although-
the videos that pulled up for me, like there
was just, like, missing
an
legs,
arm,
right?
or- Some of them were like both legs or both arms. Maybe one or two, like all the limbs were gone, and they were just like a nugget. I guess is
Yeah.
what they looked like.
It completely makes sense now.
And it can be the guy or the girl. Either can be a nugget. They were both. They were
Oh,
both
dude,
nuggets.
That would be wild.
I mean,
being the guy.
I've seen that before. Like, wait.
Really?
Like I didn't know that's what it was called. Like I've seen amputee porn. Like that's not a new category or anything. I mean,
Bro, you are.
we've all browsed through the alphabetical order of categories on Pornhub, right?
So let's visit this we've all, because
By we've all, I mean I have. So I
Yes.
assume everybody else has.
the alphabetical order of the porn you've gone through. And
mean,
just like research.
I make it to like the B's, and then the next time I'll go to like the F's, and then like I will eventually work my way through.
Bruh, all porn in my life has been like, let me get this mission done and over with. I don't sit there.
Where's the
and
fun
just,
in that? That sounds
I
like
don't-
a job.
I've never-
That's my attitude when I go to work. I'm like, let me just get this done.
Bro, I have
Go home.
never sat there and thought, let me browse through all the letters and just
See
scroll
what
through.
strikes your fancy. I mean, you don't got to click on them all, but when you're browsing through that list and you're like, oh, pogs.
And then from there,
I'm into pogs. So I'll click on the pogs. And then you can narrow it down. Maybe I want pog.
for those of you who aren't into porn lingo, pog
if they're listening to
is,
this, they know what a pog is.
It's a fat ass white girl,
pH fat.
pH fat, so white girls with fat asses.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all into pogs.
That's what I'm saying. So by we're all, what do you mean there? Can you specify for me? Do you mean we're all?
Probably a large minority group.
A large minority. I would say
a large group of minorities.
Not a large minority.
Not a large minority. A large group of minorities.
A large group of minorities.
Yes, and then a few white boys. Because white boys, I've always found, like, every time I've had a conversation, they're top heavy. They like girls with big breasts.
Oh, see, no, that's not me.
I like a woman with big breasts, but it's not a deal breaker if she has small breasts, as long as she has
fat ass. She's got to have a fat ass still.
Yep.
What if she had like a pancake ass and just like double Fs?
Nah, can't do it.
She'd fall the fuck over.
Can't
She'd
do it.
be like, nah.
That's my memory of what the 80s was.
Just big hair, fat
big
tits,
hair,
and flat mom asses.
That's it.
Yeah, that was
it.
the 80s.
That was the 80s.
That's when I was born.
That's why it blew my mind when I became older and realized, oh, white girls have big asses too. Because it was always that was always my thought. I wasn't around a lot of white girls growing up in the city.
Right.
So instantly I'm just like, white girls don't have big asses and shit. So when I realized, like, oh, they're, it's just the clothes that were being worn. White girls do have big asses. It's a beautiful thing.
It's very beautiful.
So how did you get onto nugget porn?
I mean, that's a good transition, first of all. I wouldn't say I got on to nugget porn. But I mean, you stumble across an amputee here and there. You don't watch as much porn as I watch and not stumble across an amputee every now and then. Like, it's bound to happen.
So you stumble across it and you are interested enough that you go, let me click this and watch it for a little bit.
It depends if the girl looks attractive or not. Cause
that really depends. That's really the deciding factor.
That is
all porn that you decide to watch.
Right. We're all going based off the thumbnail. And if you're on some fucking ancient site that, when you hover over the thumbnail, it should give you a preview of what's to come. Like, I want to see the different scenes.
Like, I want to see
a
that little piece
screenshot
right there that popped up for a second.
Right.
Yep.
But if you're on like an old ass fucking site where you just like hover over and it doesn't even show shit.
Yeah, it's just a picture.
You're
an image.
You're at the risk of could be a bad screenshot, like a screen cap.
So, since you're going through the categories and lists,
sure.
Did you venture into the gay the LGBTQ section?
That's, I mean, on a lot of sites, Pornhub
separate,
included,
right?
That's a separate domain almost.
Okay.
Like you have to like go to a separate spot. And I mean, every now and then you'll have some weird videos get mixed in.
It does happen.
Like, it'll be like
People
a
"Yo, what the
threesome.
fuck?"
And then you're like, why is this dude blowing this other dude? And then you click out of it real quick and you're like, just forget that, Dave. It's not a big deal. Like, you're not gay, dude. Don't worry. It'll be okay.
If you were, you would have clicked that.
Right. I would have kept watching it, but I didn't. But like those will slip in every now and then.
Oh man.
It happens.
Those are slipping.
You're bound. Like
Yeah.
I said, you're bound to. And it's like I said, it's not the end of we've all seen dicks. Right?
That's true.
Okay. We
I,
know
had
what
I remember when Danny back in the day used to work at a tattoo shop. And I remember a dude would come in there and he would have bootlegs and stuff, like trying to sell them. And this was all like, the internet was out there, but not as crazy as it is
too
today.
slow for people to fuck with that.
Yeah. Not everybody was messing with. Like, you had to go
You had to have some
home.
patience for it too.
You had to go home. You had to log into to AOL and the.
Yep.
You had to do all that stuff. Early 2000s, but this is when he first started tattooing, and the dude, I remember the story. Everybody looked at him like he was crazy, but he was looking at the porn. He was like, "Yo, my man, do you have any porn with black dicks?" Because he was a black man.
Sure.
And everybody was just like, he's like, "Yo, my man, I think you're looking at the wrong part of it." Like,
I mean, I see what he's saying. Though.
I understood.
I want that to
instantly.
be my dick. Like, I can't pretend that that's my
I
dick if it's not the
understood
same
it
color
immediately.
as my dick.
However, he got clowned so fucking hard.
I need black
for
dick in my
that.
porn.
Yeah. Is that your black man impression?
No. I could do a really good one, but it would be so bad.
Let's hear it.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm gonna do it. Keep going.
People know now that you do it. This is going to be
a fucking drop, dude. It's going to be a drop. I know. I'm not going to let that happen. We already have the Puerto Rican drop. Fuck you.
Oh, my God. All right, but...
I like how you paused. You're like, wait a second. Like you ran it back in your head. Like he just did a black dude impression.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I told you I used to do.
I want my dick.
I used to do Darius's voice over the radio when we worked together.
Oh my God, that's great.
But only when he was right there.
Oh, of course, of course.
Or if he was sick for the day.
That's why we're both on this fucking podcast together. Is because we joke around like that a lot. Oh man, I really want to hear this voice though.
I'll do it off air.
No, me and Danny. Segue out to that same thing. I remember a long time ago. We still say it to this day. I don't even know the reason why we did it, but not the reason why we did it, but it was a dude delivered a pizza right to my house, and I don't remember the context why I even looked at it. But now we just every time something like goes wrong, I imitate that dude, like what he said. Because he was just like, the cheese all on the top of the box. Damn, man. So now, like, this was like fucking 20 years of us for random reasons. As soon as something goes wrong with us, you'd be like, damn, man. Cheese all on the box, man. Damn.
That dude was just living his life. Geez.
Yeah, he was just living his life. He delivered a pizza, and we found that funny.
20 years. Was the cheese all over the top of the box?
I think so. Danny remembers the story a little bit better than I do. Oh, shit. You want to try to get him on the phone and talk about it?
Oh, shit.
No, we ain't got to do that.
I'm going to hear him say it.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, fuck it. This is a wow one-off show. He tried calling me. So
okay.
I'm going to try to call his ass back. Let's see if he picks up. I highly doubt he does. Oh. Yo.
Hello?
Yo, what's good, bro?
Hello?
What's good, bro? You on Insensitive Culture right
bro?
now.
Oh, shit.
Yo, I had to ask you because I can't remember it for the life of me, the story. But what exactly was the story behind the cheese all on the box, man? Damn, man.
Oh, damn, man. Damn. All right.
Dave is just dying laughing right now. I tried to get him to do his black man impression, but he's not biting.
Damn, man. You ain't got no black man impression, man. Man, you white as hell, bro. You white as hell.
What was that story?
But anyways,
he sounded like G-Shock.
First apartment. Back when you lived in that first apartment, I remember you called me one day just mad about cheese being on top of the box and shit, but you was like that the story was hilarious. The guy came through, I guess you ordered pizza, fucking cheese all up on the top of the box. And he was just like, damn, man, cheese on top of the box and shit, man, damn. And
did he open it as he delivered the pizza? How did he know there was cheese on your shit?
Well, he knew because Alex was bitching. So he just like, Alex was trying to him. I'm assuming he's just looking at Alex like, what the fuck you want me to do? So all he did was, damn, man.
Oh, man. I couldn't remember for the life of me what the fuck it was. I just remember us fucking dying laughing about cheese all on the box, man. Damn, man.
I remember when you told me that. That's back when I used to work at that Alcoholics, and I think I had everybody at the shop just saying, damn, man. And I think it was like years later, they say, damn, man. They don't even know why they say it. They just say that shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. That is funny, dude.
Yeah, I was trying to get Dave to do his black man impression. He did a little bit of it, and then I called him out on it, and now he won't do it.
No, I used to do. So when I was where I forget where I was working. I think it was like the pizza shop that I would work at. I would whenever I would fuck something up, I would get super pissed, and I would go, "Come on, man." And then I would sometimes.
That's pretty good, bro.
I know. See, that's what I was. Come on, man. Why you gonna go fuck all of my shit like that, man? Come on. Come on. And I said that to.
Yo.
Oh man, you sound like Will Ferrell fucking impersonating black man.
And Get Hard. Danny bought it. Danny bought it.
I thought he went from Dave to Devontae.
I like that. I like that. Devontae Ramon.
Devontae
Ramon. There you go.
I'm gonna roll with that.
Shit. Episode title: Devontae Ramon.
No, it'd be "Come on, man." That's
Come
episode.
on, man. Damn.
Damn, man. Damn.
You're right, though. That's gonna be a sound drop for sure.
I knew it. That's why I wanted to make sure it was right when it came out.
Oh, good shit, bro. Thank you for picking up and enlightening us on this story.
The cheese on the box, man.
Cheese all on the box, man. Damn, man.
Damn, man. All right, Joe.
All right, bro. Peace.
Peace.
All right, peace.
With the cheese all on the box, man. Damn, man. That's good shit.
And that originally all spun from the dude that wanted the black dick in his porn, right? Like that whole.
Yeah. Yep. He wanted black dick.
Did he get it?
I don't know. I don't know if that was
just
something
got
he ended up
so bad that he went somewhere else.
He got clowned like pretty bad. That was pretty funny though. The dude was just like, my man, I think you're focusing on the wrong part of the porn. Oh man.
I always wondered that though. Like when black dudes are going to watch porn, is it just like it's normally just like all black people porn? Or like do they dabble? Like do they go to Pornhub like we do? And if you go on the homepage of Pornhub, you're not gonna see too much like straight ebony, dude. Like it's gonna be
a little bit of everything.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, do black dudes go straight for the ebony porn?
It's
like,
just
is
like
that,
everybody.
and then if they're feeling crazy one night, they're like, oh, I'm gonna some college white girls or some nugget porn. Who knows?
I think it's like everybody else. It's just like you're
what you're
into
feeling
something.
that
Yeah,
night.
it's just what you're feeling that day.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
We got to have an Ask a Black Man segment.
We do. We need a
Paul
invite,
Mooney.
We need to invite someone on here that we can trust to answer these
all our
questions.
black questions.
Honestly,
Someone that we could just call at the drop of a dime.
word like Danny just did. All right, so you want to get into some Hollywood?
Hollywood.
The Hollywood. It's not the same, man.
No,
Fuck
it's
Johnny.
not. There's
Fuck
nobody-
Johnny.
There's nobody hyping the Hollywood.
You know, I wanted to do this week because I knew he wasn't going to be here. I wanted to do this week to be like a highlight reel, but because we ended up needing a highlight reel for real,
Real for real.
Not going to do that 2 times in a row.
Nah.
But
We love y'all.
Did you watch that the Marvel
The little
Marvel sizzle reel?
The little 3 minute.
Yeah, the sizzle
Yeah,
reel thing.
yeah.
What'd you think about it?
That was dope.
About the future of Marvel.
I'm pumped, dude.
Pumped?
Yeah, I've been pumped like the whole time.
I'm excited for it too.
Caution.
My boys aren't too excited, but I think it's like I still enjoy yeah, granted I got pissed off at the end of WandaVision because of all the hype and all that shit. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I still enjoyed. Was it did it have like a lot of the not as much action? Yeah, but you know what? I still enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it. Was it the best thing to come out of Marvel? No, it was not. So with this new sizzle reel, it started us off like reminding us of how far we've come, and then we got a few of the names of the new stuff. A lot of the internet is giving it shit for these titles, but no, I think they're pretty good. Like the new Black Panther's called Wakanda Forever, which to me, although the name seems like it's generic as fuck, I personally feel like it's very fitting for Chadwick Boseman passing.
Yeah.
And we don't know where they're going with it.
Right.
We have no idea.
All we read was that it was going to be respectful towards Chadwick's passing.
Yep.
So, meaning they were going to, it sounded like they were going to write it into the story somehow, or, make him disappear somehow, some sort of send off that will pay respect to Chadwick, which is awesome. I mean, they could have chosen to just not touch on it at all.
Or just recast him and
said fuck it,
move
call
forward
it a day. Yeah,
right.
I'm
just wondering. I'm excited for that the most. I think I want to say because I want to know what they're doing. We know nothing about it, so I'm really excited for that. And I like both of the rumors that I've heard so far, which everybody thinks Suri is taking up the mantle. Another one which is not so. I don't think it's gonna go that route, but Killmonger, like that when all that happened, because obviously like they
bonded a little bit.
Yeah, they bonded. They bonded at the end. He obviously like they have ways of doing certain things. He had already been given the flower, and so his powers are different. You know what I mean? So maybe they could have saved him, and that's the storyline people are playing with, that he actually changed his ways and his views, and because he saved them, now he's all about Wakanda kind of thing. That's another one that they really...
That sounds like the fans just really want that.
That would... Yeah. That's what the fans... That's what I'm assuming too, and they would really have to come up with a fucking... great reason to do that, and a great story.
And I'll say a great like actual pulling off of it. Like how did they do that? Like the time stones.
Right.
Loki did it in Loki.
Right. So
some weird shit like that.
Some crazy shit. They'd have to figure out. I know that they're going to. But whatever they do, I'm excited to listen for that or to find out what that is. But other than that, like, we need to get fucking what's her name? What's the Scarlett Johansson?
Black Widow.
We need to get that Black Widow movie out. Like that shit needs to come the fuck out already. And I hope that with them pushing it out as far as they did, and now knowing that it was supposed to come out before the shows,
and Winter Soldier,
and spoiler alert, but Elaine, now it's been out for a couple weeks. Who cares? Elaine was supposed to be
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, yes, she's Madam Hydra, and she was supposed to be introduced in this movie, but now was introduced in. Yep. So I'm thinking that the reason why it was pushed off and it needed to come out later was for a specific reason. So I'm looking forward to watching that. Quantumania, I hear that's going to be fucking Ant-Man 3, Quantumania. I hear that that's going to be dope as hell because Ant-Man in the past was like filler movies. Like they were good, they were funny. They were funny movies, but were they stellar? Not really.
Not really. Yeah.
You know, it was just like fun to watch. You'll watch it once, maybe twice to continue the story, but
Michael
whatever.
Pena, but
funny. Now it's a main focal point movie where it has to do with everything and then it having to do with the quantum realm.
It's dope.
That's dope.
So it's more like a Captain America.
It's going to be one of those
America movies. Those were like pivotal in the phase.
Exactly.
3.
Captain America, even like Iron Man ended up not being so pivotal towards the end. But what were the pivotal ones? I guess it was the main ones, right? Iron Man, Captain America,
Winter Soldier.
No, well, I'm just saying Captain America, his movies, and Thor.
Doctor Strange was.
Doctor Strange was pretty
pivotal, yeah.
But even then, that was just an introduction movie.
Yeah.
It was just an introduction movie to get to the movies where he himself is pivotal.
Yeah.
Not necessarily his movie, though.
Right. Yeah, because, I mean, all that shit he did, like, none of that was pivotal. But, I mean, I guess it kind of was, because without it, he wouldn't have made it Doctor Strange, yeah.
But still.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Ant-Man. Obviously, Thor: Love and Thunder is probably the main one that I'm looking forward to. Thor and Guardians are the two that I'm like really looking forward to. Spider-Man, we know we're getting. I'm looking forward to that too because mainly because I want to know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
And was it today that it dropped that Andrew Garfield was like he was asked if he was going to be in the new Spider-Man movie, and he said he said something like, "I was never called." Like that's all he said. And this is going around everywhere. Like, this is his official word that he is not in the movie. I'm like, I don't fucking believe that.
Right. Like, what's he going to say? Yes, I am. You got me.
Yeah.
Like, just fess to it. Like, all right.
No, he's going to hide that shit.
Right. Absolutely.
And I'm glad because we're expecting it. Again, I'm done with speculating.
I was going to say, this is like the Paul Bettany thing all over again.
It is like the Paul Bettany thing.
He told us exactly what was going to happen, and we're like, nah, he's full of shit. He doesn't know.
I mean, the only real reason was the fact that we know, obviously now Doc Ock is coming out in it from the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. He's confirmed. Electro with Jamie Foxx is confirmed. Although it's weird because he says he's not going to be like the blue.
Right.
You know, like it's going to, he's not going to be the same one. So they're definitely like fucking around with the quantum realms and shit, the universes and stuff like that. But it's going to be interesting seeing how and why bring like these villains from both of those worlds. Like they could create any other story and still make it a universe. Like why these specific ones? So I'm interested in seeing that. There's a lot of shit. Well, Fantastic Four, we didn't get a date for, but interested in that. I want to see a successful Fantastic Four movie.
Is James Gunn
doing it? Because he should. They better not fuck it up, man.
If there's ever a group of people in a movie, James Gunn needs to direct it.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what it is about him, but like Suicide Squad. We obviously haven't seen it yet, but it's gonna be dope. The Guardians movies, the day of the the zombie one? What's the zombie one that's coming out? Isn't that? Oh no, that's Zack Snyder, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not James Gunn, but that looks like it could be a James Gunn movie.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
I don't know why. But he pulls it off.
I don't think we have anything for the new Fantastic Four. Obviously, like we're not gonna have a cast or anything like that. But I didn't. I was wondering if they hired even a director, but they can't. They can't mess that one up. I
mean, yeah.
You know, the reason why I say that is because with a lot of these movies in the MCU, like these third string movies, you know, like these background movies that we're just introducing characters.
Yeah.
They usually it's like how you felt about Captain Marvel. To me, it wasn't that bad of a movie, but it wasn't a stellar movie, and you felt like they shoehorned her into the MCU. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They can't shoehorn Fantastic Four because of the shitty movies that they've come out in the past with.
Yeah, it's got to kill.
It has to, that has to be like a major movie. So they can't fuck that up. But with all that being said, I'm also excited for the Eternals. Shang-Chi, we got the teaser. Mm-hmm. The teaser looked exciting. It looked pretty good. But I think that first trailer is really going to be like, holy shit. So I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the next phase of the MCU. Am I like waiting on the edge of my seat for every release and like
Right.
fucking dick riding these people? Like no, not like towards the end of this last one's like, yep, we need to this is dropping. I'm watching it day of. I'm really playing that by ear. I am excited for Loki. I'm excited for a lot of it just because I'm already on the ride.
Yeah.
There's no way that I'm not gonna watch Loki. I don't care how I felt about these series and whatnot. Like I'm on the ride. Like this is what we doing. If I don't enjoy it, I'll say that I don't enjoy it, and then I'm gonna watch the next fucking one that they release and whatever. It just really at this point, I think it really comes out to, am I going to the theater to watch it, or am I just waiting for release?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like at home, watching it at home, just like, oh fuck it, Mm-hmm. I'll wait for a streaming app or some shit. Quibi, yeah, exactly.
That's where it's dropping. It's only in theaters and on Quibi.
But we got a lot of good information off of that sizzle reel.
I like that.
It did. It excited me.
And all the Marvel people were like reposting it and retweeting it and putting it in their stories
Mm-hmm.
and going to town. I think I saw it in Sebastian Stan's Instagram story.
Nice.
But yeah, I watched it a bunch of times. It was everywhere.
Yeah. Let me see here. So in other Hollywood news, Morbius was delayed for a 5th time, but not as bad. It's just delayed by 1 week.
I was gonna say it wasn't anything crazy. I remember seeing that. I was gonna send it to you, and then I saw that it was nothing really. And I was like,
nothing.
I'm sure you saw it. You probably liked the post, I think.
Yeah, everything is being delayed. Everything is like at a time where they're just trying, because everything is coming out now. Where everything for the past year was delayed.
Yeah.
They don't want things to compete with anything else because they need the numbers.
I mean, it pushes, you got to think like everything that got pushed back, I mean, that gets pushed into this year, which had its own releases set. So like I feel like that there's going to be a chain reaction for probably the next 5 years or something like that.
Yeah,
3
that sounds
years,
about
2,
right.
3 years, like until they get their shit figured out. And like I feel like that we're going to see a lot of that for things that are probably done and edited and post-production done. Like they're just like you said, they don't want to cannibalize their own shit.
In general, like with everything that's going on with the vaccine and everything, how long do you think until like that we like shit starts feeling like,
I think
like we start forgetting about what happened last year?
I think like fall. I could see.
You could see that happening by fall that soon?
Honestly, just because like watching sports, because I'm basing this a lot
shit
off
is
of sports.
opening up now.
Shit is going, back to normal in sports, and I feel like when sports go back to normal, it sort of relaxes everyone.
I hear some people have concerts out there now. They've been having a few concerts and shit.
I mean, I have a concert in August that I'm hoping to fucking still be able to go to.
Is that the Billy Joel one?
That is the Billy Joel, yeah. That they rescheduled. But yeah, I mean, like, I think New York City, like, they're lifting a bunch of restrictions in the next couple weeks, and you can dine, like restaurant capacity restrictions, like that's starting now. And like baseball, I think is like Yankee Stadium's like 30% capacity in the next week or so.
Yeah.
So I could see by fall people just doing their thing again. I mean, there might still be masks. I'm sure like there are going to be masks for a long time, but I feel like
there's going to be those stragglers that are just everywhere they go. They have a mask. I had someone here at the studio who rented out the spot next door. Mm-hmm. And I'm just used to it being me and Colin Robinson. Yeah, that's it. And I felt weird. Like, they both had, like, it was two people. They both had masks on. They go in when they come out. I'm like in the hallway, and I'm like, with no mask on.
Wear his mask at all?
No. He's a conservative.
Yeah. He still thinks it's like the flu.
I don't know. He's never really expressed how he feels about that.
Want him to.
But he's told me that he had that he's conservative, and I was overhearing a conversation yesterday. And constantly I'm overhearing conversations where I'm like, do I want to engage with what they're talking about? And every single time I just like, no, I'm not even bringing it up. they had a whole thing about because he has a lady that works there with him every now and then. Mm-hmm. And they have a whole thing, and they had this whole discussion about. All I heard was like some school, some principal here locally is in trouble for saying something about gays, and whatnot. And then and he was explaining how he was like, oh, but I see BLM posters signs everywhere, and I was figuring I'm gonna bring it up to somebody about how that's not legal because it's not campaign season and blah blah blah. And I'm just like am I gonna engage with this?
Better.
And I'm just
bigger person, smarter.
I don't know. Well, yeah, that part, yeah. But still, I'm more thinking like I kind of bum off his internet.
Yeah, we don't need any beef with Colin Robinson. That's what I'm saying. Like, let him do his
I
thing
hate that that's what it comes down to is like, yo, I bum off his internet.
We need that internet. Once we're on that come up, we'll let him know what's up. For real. We will. Both of us together. We'll get Johnny on the iPad. We'll hold him up, and we'll just lay into him. But until then, we eat his right-wing bullshit, and we shut the fuck up about it.
He tried his. He was saying that he was more liberal
than who?
I don't know. But what? he's obviously he's just an older white man.
Time vampire, energy vampire. He sucks it all.
In other news, so apparently Godzilla versus Kong did so well that they're coming out with a monsterverse. And
I thought that was the case beforehand. I thought that was always the plan since like the first Kong movie or whichever one came first. I don't know if it was Godzilla or Kong Skull Island. I thought that was always the
I want to say that it was possibly always the plan. Although although they didn't change how they looked, like each character. Mm-hmm. And they're kind of mixing them together. They're not really involved together, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like they're not like the events of Kong Skull Island didn't really mix with this. So yeah, I think they were playing around with it, seeing how it went. Mm-hmm. And with the success of Godzilla versus Kong, now the director himself is in talks to direct the next films, and next I believe they're looking at the Son of Kong.
Son of Kong.
Yeah,
I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's do it. It was a fun.
It was very fun.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
It a lot. It was colorful and seeing what was it, Beijing or where were they? Tokyo. What was that fancy ass? Was it Beijing?
I want to say
no. It was Hong Kong. It was Hong Kong, wasn't it? I think it was Hong Kong. The colors in that movie, and that wasn't just because I ate some edibles before I watched it.
Oh, and then he went into the world, like their world in Center Earth or whatever they call it,
and that fucked me up. I was like, damn, this is wild up in here.
Yeah, like can you imagine? Like we've supposedly known that it's nothing but lava underneath the earth,
magma.
Yeah,
I think it's magma when it's under the core.
Yeah, and it's a whole new fucking. I always think that shit too. I love deviating, but I always think that shit too. Like, can you imagine the amount of like the different species that are like in the ocean, like deep in the ocean that for whatever reason just never come up?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I watched a video
crazy,
about that.
Right?
There was a video. It was like, how deep actually is the ocean? And it was just like a 10, 12-minute video on YouTube. And they show you like, the deepest parts that like subs have dived and where James Cameron went when he was, exploring the Titanic. And then like there was one point where it's like, this is how deep you would be if, you were the length of Mount Everest underwater. And it's like these crazy, squid species and shit that like, we haven't even seen before, dude. Like, there's so much shit down there, and they say, 5% of the ocean has been explored? So, yeah, that's terrifying to think
5%?
Yeah, it's a low, don't quote me on the 5%. Yeah. It's less than 20% for sure. That's unexplored. Nobody's seen shit. We don't know what the fuck's down there. We don't even know, the true, we have an idea of some of the lowest points, but, We don't know for sure. How
Dude,
the fuck can we?
Can you imagine? Now let's bring this back into that conversation. Can you imagine if some wild shit like some Godzilla like big ass fucking monster came out of fucking nowhere and just and was just up here now,
just ravaging our shit?
Yep. Society as we know would just crumble.
Yeah.
It would crumble.
Yeah.
And we would not know how to deal with anything.
No.
Everything that we knew.
Just like in the movies, dude, people fucking lose their shit.
Just like this fucking pandemic. Mm-hmm. Everything that we know, like, and this is something like everything that we know was just fucking rocked. Like, this could never happen here. This could never happen here.
Right.
This shit fucking happened.
Shit happened.
Regardless of how you feel about it, because, you know, we have our people who believe that it's not necessarily a hoax, but it's, you know, it's the way that they approached it. It's all government conspiracies, whatever. Like, I get it. However, all of our lives were impacted by it, regardless of what's real, what's not real, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, we've had pandemics before, too. So that's not anything new, but like a kaiju coming out of the ocean, that would be
a whole different fucking monster.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, man. I don't even want to fucking think about it. But
I know, it's scary. I hope it'd be like a major city, like Hong Kong or New York City or somewhere. No one's going to come to Rochester and fuck shit up.
I would imagine.
We're not even like on the sea, like on the border. Like we're landlocked for the most part. Like I think we'd be good. I can't imagine Godzilla coming out of the Lake Ontario or something. Yeah, dude.
Out of Charlotte
Beach. He steps on Abbott's and we're like, fuck, dude. Abbott's, nah. And then we all band together after they crush Abbott's and we take them down.
I just think, like, when I watch movies like this, I literally, like, I put myself, and that's probably why I avoid a lot of different things. I imagine myself in, like, the certain situation.
Look out the window and see if there was, like, a kaiju out there?
Yeah,
like
not to see if there was
T-Rex
one.
eye.
But I would imagine, like, dude, like, can you imagine just like stepping outside or being somewhere and seeing something that's literally larger than everything, like life, larger than life, and you can't even fathom what you are seeing? I put myself in that situation in my head all the time.
I put myself in the situation where I'm looking at like an asteroid that's like coming like just to take out the Earth, and you know that that's it. Like there's no surviving it. Like it's coming. Like
I've thought about like these are the dumb shit that this is the dumb shit. This is why we get along so well because nobody else thinks of this shit.
We have bad anxiety for no reason.
For no reason. I've thought about like, like what if if the shit hits the fan, regardless of anything, right? Mm-hmm. Like regardless of the reason, whether it's like a government takeover, whether it's asteroids and you have to get somewhere. My thought is how, like, I always imagine myself like, how can I get my daughter? How can I get my oldest daughter? Because my kids, my family, obviously they're with me. They're going to be with me. But how can I figure out, like, how can I go grab my daughter?
Wasn't that the plot of like 2012 with John Cusack?
Possibly, yeah. Like it's been since 2012
or
since
San
I've watched
Andreas
it.
With the rock. Like there was, I think that's
always
somebody trying to get their kid out of like not end of days, but
my whole thought is because
Gyllenhaal.
It's like that's a whole other like relationship. Mm-hmm. She's not gonna let me take my daughter in these situations.
She's gonna want to protect.
Am
her.
I gonna say, all of you, let's go, just so that I can have my daughter near me? That's what we'll have to do.
And then that's a movie in itself.
It is.
You have your ex, your current family, your kids, and you got to survive.
That's wild.
That is wild.
You need to write a movie, man.
Wild stuff. I feel like that's been written, but yes, we still do need to.
Everything has been fucking written, really.
It's true.
In one way or another. Snake Eyes is moved up to 3 months. I know this is a little bit of older news, but we didn't get to it.
Like G.I. Joe Snake Eyes?
Yeah. Remember, we talked about it like way early on in the pandemic. It was supposed to come out like mid last year, but now it's and then they pushed it back to the end of this year, but now it's releasing 3 months earlier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, on July 23.
I'll fuck with that. I fuck
July
with all the other
I fuck
G.I.
with
Joe movies. I like Snake Eyes. He was dope. Dude.
He's a ninja. Yeah, like he's a ninja. Yeah, we fuck with that.
I fuck with ninjas.
We fuck with
was the ninja pod for sure.
Oh yeah, big anything time. Like that. You're not a ninja no more, cook.
Ain't not a ninja no more. Was that your black voice, Alex?
No. Black Adam has officially begun filming, which I'm excited for. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, because it's DC, and we know that they. I think
They fuck around too much.
I think with Black Adam, I think with Black Adam, the reason why I'm excited for it is because I really enjoyed Shazam, and that's the same universe.
It is,
So I think that's the only real reason why I'm fucking with it so hard. Obviously, The Rock I fuck with, but his movies are whatever. I mainly watch his movies to support him.
Yeah. I do everything
because he's the fucking man.
I like his posts. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna buy his shitty energy drink, but I'll buy some of that tequila he's fucking with.
Oh, I have Terramana. I've tried.
Yeah,
is
it good?
It's good.
I'm gonna get a bottle of that.
It's a stronger tequila though. It's like a.
Is it good for sipping? I like a good sipping tequila, like on ice.
I don't know. I'm more of a whenever I've had tequila. It's more shots. Shots are a mixed drink of some sort.
Like if you get a good tequila though, just like on the rocks, just little sips. Oh, it's so delicious.
I don't know. His is definitely it has a more stronger taste. I wouldn't call it smooth.
Okay.
More smooth tequila has been. I like Espolón a lot. What's the one in the weird bottle?
1800.
No.
It's a weird bottle.
No. Fuck. Patron. Yeah.
I was just like the main.
Yeah. That shit is mad smooth. I like it. I fuck with it. I fuck with Patron. But his is a little bit stronger. But I fuck with it. Casamigos, you should try. That's why am I blanking out on fucking names today?
Everything. I'm blanking out on everything.
I know.
We got no Johnny.
It's another famous actor's tequila, Casamigos.
Is it George Clooney?
There we go. George Clooney.
Yeah, I tried that. I've had a sip of that.
That was good.
I think somebody bought a bottle and they're like, I got this because it was George Clooney's. You want to do a shot? I was like, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And it was good.
I fuck with gin too, so I want to try. I've been wanting to try Avion gin.
I fuck with gin and tonic.
Yeah, gin and tonic.
I've never done like a shot of gin. Like, do people do that? Is that a thing? Do you take? Let me get a shot.
I don't want a shot of gin.
No. Juniper berries and shit, whatever the fuck is.
I fuck with gin and tonic though.
Hell yeah, mad limes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I fuck with that. I got real used to that.
Mm-hmm. Smooth, it's crisp.
But either way, Black Adam, we gonna fuck with it. It started filming. He's looking extremely fucking lean.
He's always looking extremely fucking lean. When you seen the sloppy ass Fat Rock?
I've never seen a sloppy Fat Rock.
But like his early wrestling days, he was not in he was in better shape than I am. But like as far as when you think of The Rock, he was kind of.
But even when he transitioned, yeah, you're right. He was flabby like early on. But when he transitioned from wrestler to actor. Mm-hmm. He lost a shit ton of weight because, like, if you watch Gridiron Gang or what's that the Tooth Fairy one?
I was gonna say the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, Tooth Fairy one. Like, if you watch those, he actually looks like Get Shorty.
Walking Tall.
Was it Get Shorty?
It was the second one.
The second one, yeah.
He was like the actor. He was.
Yep.
Yeah, he was in the dramatic.
He actually looked pretty. He still looked like he was be cool. There we go. He looked like he still looked like, obviously like he worked out and shit and like he had his muscles and shit, but he looked mad thin in comparison to how he looks now. Now he looks like a fucking beast.
Brolic, dude.
Yeah. But at that time he thought that that's what it would take for him to be an actor. He was like, yeah, just kind of thin out.
Nah. Then he bulked right the fuck
Then he bulked right up. He's just like, fuck it. I'm going to be an action star.
Like, who am I saving this week? Let's do it.
Let's do it. And I fuck with it.
Oh yeah. I'm all about it.
And then speaking of Shazam, Lucy Liu has been added to the cast of Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
A welcome addition to any cast.
Word.
Lucy Liu is fantastic and a joy. I had the pleasure of having dinner. No, I didn't have dinner with Lucy Liu. But I love Lucy Liu. She's nice. She's fantastic.
She's nice. I can't wait to see that either. Obviously, I really want to see what the Eternals are about. We didn't really get much information.
I can't get
man.
used to the jacked Kumail Nanjiani.
No,
it's so weird to see because I've seen him in, I've
yeah.
watched him in like Silicon Valley and shit, and he's so cut. I'm so jealous. But like he talks about how tough it is to like be in that kind of shape and how he's like so fucking boring. He eats, boring. He apologizes to I think it's his wife. He apologizes to her all the time for being so boring and not being able to have fun. Like they, probably could eat and drink whatever the fuck they wanted, and now it's
go for it. Because you think about it, you're like, oh, walk at the park, go for a walk at the park, enjoy a nice little ice cream, like some dessert. Nope, can't have any of that shit.
Can't have any of that.
I'm going through that kind of right now.
Yeah, that's tough, dude. Like it's tough when it's only you in charge of like what you eat. Like,
yep.
I want fried chicken like every day, and
constantly.
I can't have it, dude.
I'm obviously like I just started like watching what I eat and marking everything down. The hardest part really has been like trying not to weigh myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to as I'm losing weight, weighing myself, making sure that I keep myself on track. But I'm trying not to do that in order to keep myself on track. Because it's like if I weigh myself at the end of the month, I want that shit to be like a drastic change. So that's been the hardest. And I've been, and like even right now, like dude, I'm fucking drinking seltzers. Like that's what we were talking about. I'm just like, oh well, no carbs, and you were like, oh well, what is it?
Five carbs in the Coors Lights,
yeah, it's 5 carbs. And I was like, okay, 100,
we don't drink
105 calories. Oh, okay, all right. Well,
Yeah, you're already, but you're bargaining with yourself in your head at that point. Like,
yeah. So it's just like,
that's where it gets
you know
tough.
what? I probably shouldn't drink at all.
Right.
But
you want to do this? You want to make this a dry pod? That means Johnny can't get high, and he can't drink his tequila either.
Even if for whatever reason I feel like I don't want to drink at all anymore, you guys do what the fuck you want.
That wouldn't be weird? Just me and Johnny were drinking and you're just chilling?
I don't know.
Let's try it next week. No drinks for you.
No, I don't want to try that shit. I don't want to try that shit.
I want to be funny.
I want to be fun. I want to have these fun conversations.
We had plenty of fun conversations, very sober, at work, all the time. So I know it's not the booze.
It's not.
It's fun, and it helps, and it's a nice way to relax, but it's not the booze.
At the very worst, if it even gotten to that point, I would say
Delta 8 cart.
I'm only drinking on the days that we pod.
That's what I was doing for a while, and then it became, maybe just another day too, and then maybe just 2 more days too, and then you worked hard this Monday. Have yourself a vodka cranberry, Dave. It's okay.
A vodka cranberry. See, but I don't even drink shit like that. Like I'll drink. Beer was the worst, honestly. And then, but I started buying, like I bought a big ass bottle of liquor. I think I was doing tequila for a little while, and I would just mix that with some sort of sugar-free juice or some shit.
I tried the Tito's and water, and it was not amazing. Like it wasn't terrible. No, it wasn't terrible. I liked obviously that it was healthier because the mixers are always the
some
worst.
limes in there.
I used Pure Leaf has a non-sweetened tea with like lemon in it, so like it doesn't have sugar in it, but it has a little bit of lemon flavor. That with Tito's, so there's no calories in the mixer, so it's like you're having water basically with a little lemon. So fucking good, dude, and it's like water.
Nice, nice.
Should have brought some.
That's what I would normally do. It's like a Tito's and water with some lemon or lime.
We can start doing that.
You just squeeze it in there.
We can start doing that.
It'd probably be cheaper.
We just have a bottle of tea. We can go in the fucking bathroom and just fill it up with sink water.
What we need is a sponsor, an alcohol sponsor. So
you hear
Johnny,
that, Tito's?
Johnny, you need to get on that.
What was that one? What was
sponsor.
It was very good. It was very good vodka.
No, it was Johnny,
it had good in it.
Yeah. Damn
it, Johnny.
we'll we keep doing what we doing, and we stay the course. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna have people fucking knocking down our doors,
knocking down that
for
door.
this alcohol, for that alcohol. Alcohol. Fuck. Do we have anything for
what?
Do we have anything for spoiler alert segment?
The finale of Invincible.
Ooh, that's a fucking good one.
Which we gonna fuck up.
That's a fucking good one.
You're goddamn right it is.
All right. I think we're good with we're jumping to the spoiler alert.
Oh shit! No more
right?
Hollywood.
No, there's not a whole lot that has come out. At least nothing that's worth.
Nothing that's been popping.
Nothing that nah.
I did read that I follow. I forget what his fucking name is. Why did I even bring it up? The dude that plays Cole in the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Mm-hmm.
I follow him on Twitter, and he reposted a story that said that Mortal Kombat over its like release weekend had more views than like Kong versus Godzilla and like a bunch of their recent releases, dude. So there is absolutely going to be at least another Mortal Kombat.
No, they that was they already announced it 2 and 3 or
did they?
I
like
thought they did.
Like they're
I could be thinking of something else, but I could have sworn that they released saying that there's definitely going to be a Mortal Kombat 2.
I remember you telling me
3.
that Sub-Zero signed on for a bunch more.
He did, but this was pre-release of that he said that he signed on for like, 4 or 5 of them in the event that this did well. And regardless if they liked it or not, there was so much buzz around Mortal Kombat. And it's fucking Mortal Kombat. That shit was going to make money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I want to say that they announced that Mortal Kombat is definitely coming out with a season or with Mortal Kombat 2 and 3.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I feel.
Oh no! I am wrong.
Oh,
I am wrong. It was not Mortal Kombat.
Oh, what was it?
It was Invincible.
Invincible. That's right. Yes.
Season 2 and 3.
Season 2
guaranteed.
and 3. Yes. Okay. But so now, like, I feel like we do have a decent hope for more Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Because those numbers. I mean, I don't know how those streaming services like.
There's no doubt in my mind
make money off of it. Like,
there's no doubt in my mind that Mortal Kombat is coming out at least with one more. At least.
I want to see the actual tournament. Like I said, that was the one thing that sort of pissed me off. Was that they didn't actually get to the tournament. But was it last week? Did I talk about the animated prequel with like Scorpion?
You mentioned it. Yeah, you mentioned it.
It's on HBO Max.
Oh,
if you wanted to check it out, it wasn't long, maybe an hour or so, but animated, and it was just like the story of sort of Scorpion.
Yeah,
his sort of come up, and it was super
dope. With it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was dope. I remember downloading it when it came out.
I was talking to the guys about it, and I'm down for more of them. And the reason why we didn't get to a tournament is because they counted on the success of this one and all of it leading up to something grander. Mm-hmm. Now, what I don't want, I promise you, like, I wish we do get 1, maybe 2 more, and then it leads up to something, and then that something is dope. You get what I'm saying? Like, this was the first movie in a trilogy, let's say. All of this is leading up to the Mortal Kombat tournament that might be in part 3. But it's all a linear story leading up to something, getting better and better, and then we cut it off. What I don't want is another fucking franchise like Fast and the Furious. That's what I mean by that.
Gotcha. So you don't want to just keep going to make money.
Because eventually what it's going to do is they're just going to be like, oh, well, this is our cash cow right now.
Just start phoning it
and then they're just putting together all kind of shit. Gets all over the place.
I wanted to lead, and we've talked about this briefly, I think, in the chat, to the like the DC crossover, the Injustice.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yo.
That would be dope. If they do the Injustice series, which right now, the way DC is going,
who fucking knows
they
what
might
they're
as
doing,
well
right?
do it.
They just throw their hat in that ring, too.
They might as well
see
do
what
it.
fucking sticks,
Fuck
dude.
them. Fuck it. But other than that, you ready for some
Wah, 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 wah.
spoiler alert? Guys, as always, that sound means that we are jumping into spoiler alert, which we don't really have too much. We have a little bit of a conversation on the end of, or the last episode of Invincible, which if you are not caught up, you would fall off now. And you should probably really watch that if you are into cartoons, superheroes, and all kind of shit and gory shit. Really watch it. So remember to rate, review, subscribe on all of our platforms, however you listen to us, and tell your friends and families. Check us out on YouTube. All right. So, all right. So, Invincible. That last episode.
We finally see
what Omni-Man is.
Why Omni-Man murked.
And quite honestly, I thought it was going to be. I thought with everything leading up to why he was doing certain things, that it was going to be some humble, noble reason.
We all wanted it to be. We were hoping, dude.
Fuck.
Us, his wife, everybody. We were all like, come on, there's got to be a reason. Like,
within the first 5 minutes of the episode, he already came to terms with, well, now I have to fuck my son up because he's not with me.
And he was throwing haymakers at, like, imagine fighting your dad like that, full on, no holds barred. Like, it was to the death is what it seemed like. I thought he was going to kill him. He
said it at one point. He was like, fuck it. What, 17 years, I'll
start over.
He
lives for thousands of years, he said. He's a Viltrumite. He doesn't give a fuck.
What's 17 years?
17 years? That's nothing.
I'll start another one. I'll
bang another Asian chick and have another fucking half Asian dude. Yeah. He doesn't care.
Nope.
He doesn't care at all. So he murked all. I just want to get this straight because I don't think I've said this out loud to anybody. He murked the Guardians of the Globe so that they couldn't stop him from basically subjugating Earth as one of Viltrum's planets that, are subservient.
Facts, because he's like, let me get them out of the way now, so that when it comes time for me to take this shit over, I don't have to deal with them on top of everything else.
Right.
Like, once I get them out of the way, it's game over.
Right. And he exposed that through dialogue and flashbacks, like right off the bat. On Viltrum, it is Viltrum, right? Is that what it was called?
He referred to himself as a Viltrumite, so I would assume
so everybody on the planet, in order to weed out the weak people on their planet, they had like what was essentially a Royal Rumble for the most part, like a fight to the death, and it killed off 50% of the weak part of the Viltrum society, and the rest flourished and decided to start taking over other planets to form sort of like an alliance of sorts. Right. They were all had each other's back. And what fucked me up was that it's just how much Mark, aka Invincible, was fighting back. Like, he was clearly outmatched and didn't have a chance, like, from the beginning, like, physically, to fight Omni-Man. Because, like, and we had this discussion, is Omni-Man the most powerful superhero ever? Like, ever.
Yeah.
And he kept going back for more. He's like, I gotta stop you. And, like, I'm like, dude, you don't have it, dog. He's gonna fucking thump you again and again. And I get it, like, it says how much he cares about Earth and his people, but, like, it hurt to see him get fucked up.
Yeah, he got
that
fucked
bad.
up.
And, like, when it was all said and done, after he was in the mountain and
couldn't even fucking breathe.
Couldn't breathe. He was gurgling teeth and blood. Like, it was so fucking bad. I was like, this dude's gonna die. And, like, he managed to sort of hit that nerve in Omni-Man, his dad, who had the flashback about him at the Little League game. And the last we saw of Omni-Man, probably 15, 20 minutes into that episode, was him, realizing that his son was fucked up and that he almost killed him, he fucking bolts to who knows where, and we just see the tear, because he's in space and there's no gravity, like the tear float. So they let you know that he started crying as he was fucking bolting out of there.
He cared, actually.
He did care. And he was, I think, obviously, he was probably pissed that he did care because he thought, I don't give a fuck. I lived for thousands of years. This is nothing. I'll start over. Who gives a shit? And I wanted to see him again before the end of the episode. I needed some more closure, but it was still
we're gonna
nice
get that.
to,
we're gonna get that closure.
Yeah, in season 2 and 3 for sure.
Yeah.
It was nice to get that answer that we've been waiting for, and I'm rewatching it with Ash right now because she saw like bits and pieces of me watching it, and she would like get into it, but go do her own thing, or she'd do whatever.
Yeah.
So she never like watched it, and when I finished, I knew I wanted to watch it again. And I was like, hey, do you want to watch that show that I was watching? And she's like, fuck yeah. And now she's watching, like we finished episode 5. She wants to know why the fuck Omni-Man, because like I'm watching it happen. I know it's coming. And she's, she's watching him kill all these people. And she's like, oh my God, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Why is he doing this? Who's control? And like, the same shit that we were thinking when we watched it the first time. And so it's nice to rewatch. And as I'm rewatching, Omni-Man was pretty fucking clear what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you hear it in the, Mark goes through he can hear the dialogue of his dad talking about, you're going to have to do some things you don't want to do. Like, all the lessons he was teaching him literally were preparing him exactly for this.
Right.
And we just didn't know. We didn't know what it was, what it was going to come to.
We didn't have a context.
Right.
We assumed that the context was of being a superhero.
Right.
And all of the sacrifices that come with it.
Turning on your world and everything that you know. But when you go and rewatch it, just pay attention to, everything that he teaches him, everything that he says. And like, we should have known that he was going to be a piece of shit like that. But like you said, we all wanted it to be for something noble. He was being controlled. Like, someone that powerful, you don't want them to be bad because it's not good.
Yeah, we were talking about that shit in last episode. We talked about whether it was 2 episodes ago, where we talked about who was worse, Homelander or Omni-Man, and we need to revisit that fucking conversation. Maybe we can revisit that when Johnny's here and talk about that, but.
That could be a question for next week. We could start off with that.
We could start off with that. He ran his son's face through a moving train. Killed everyone on that train. They didn't even budge.
Nope. He just stood there and he had to watch. Like, he forced him. He's like, this is how you become. It's almost like he's like, this is how you become a man. This is what it takes. Like, oh, man.
But at the same time, I think that while it was so brutal, it just shows how far he's willing to go, Invincible, to go for the shit that he believes in. Mm-hmm. So,
and I want to know what's going to happen.
We all want to know what happens.
Can we talk about? And I think this was even like the week before. Amber, his girlfriend there. Mm-hmm. Like, we all thought, at least I did, as I was watching, I was like, oh, he's always leaving, he's saving people and doing this and doing that.
And she's getting mad at him.
She's getting mad, she doesn't understand. But once he tells her, hey, I'm invincible and I've been saving people, she'll feel like the biggest bitch, and she'll be like, I'm so sorry, I had no idea. But she was like the opposite, dude. She was like, I knew you were invincible. Go fuck yourself. Like, what, bitch? Are you serious? Like, I couldn't wrap my head. That was the only thing in this series. That whole relationship between them. Like, I wanted him to be with Eve.
Yeah.
I thought, obviously, they're both superheroes. They understand the life. They can fly together. Like, that is the logical choice. But no, he's got to be with Amber, who, I get it. Like, they're cool. She's vibing. She's sexy.
I think it's gonna end up, and a lot of people are like now buying the comics because it's obviously now it's
people
a comic
know
series.
about it. I had no idea that it even existed.
Right. But now it's an actual comic, so a lot of people are digging into the comics to get these answers, though.
I'm not going to do that.
I know you're not.
I could, but
I know that you are not.
I wouldn't do that.
However, my natural thought with that is, and it's been this whole time, is, oh, so he got with her because he wanted her in the beginning, you know.
Before he was even a superhero,
Before he was
right?
a superhero, he wanted her, and he thought Eve was off limits because she was like the most popular girl in school and whatnot. So I already was like, all right, so he got with her because she gave him the time of day. So yeah, whatever. They're together, and she was with the what's that
Rex.
other? Yeah,
Rexplode.
Yep. So she was with Rex. So it just wasn't the time. I think that eventually though, it's gonna be them.
That will.
Yep, that'll happen.
And Mark's best friend,
But-
William, the gay dude, like his like homie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool. Like you don't see too often like a heterosexual main character in anything with a best friend that's
gay.
especially if they're males. Like you just, and not that I can think of. I mean, maybe a couple here and there.
Maybe now
a sidekick now, but like that's not
maybe
common.
Nowadays it would probably be a little bit more common. I would imagine, because us growing up, like when we were, can you imagine if we were in high school, and it wouldn't have necessarily been anything that was against how we feel. You know what I mean? Like we would probably understand, but it all comes down to
the time when we went to high school.
At the time when we went to high school, if you had a friend that was gay, you are automatically
you're probably gay.
Deemed, you are being made fun of for your friend.
And the female having a gay best friend, like that's a trope that you see a lot. Like that's not
that's
uncommon.
fine.
But
it's
like
always fine.
when you see a male like that, like I thought it was different, which I liked. It's just
it was good. But I'm just saying, like nowadays, obviously, like just society is a little bit more. Obviously,
tolerant.
we have a lot of stupid people in this world who don't accept people for who they are, but
and never will.
But all I can think of is like us going to high school. Like when I went to high school, if I had a best friend that was gay, even though I was not, I can totally see myself at that time with the mindset that I had, you know, the immaturity, totally dissing like my friend and just and playing him, you know what I mean?
To not be perceived as like a loser or lame or gay. Yeah, anything.
Yeah. For the perception of everyone else in the school.
Right. And now, I mean, as adults and even, you know, older kids, it's not the same.
No,
like back then, like it was the time.
Right.
That was.
So I think that now it's more common, even though I'm sure they're still made fun of for shit like that.
Of course.
But now people are more accepting of it and are much more not necessarily tolerant, because I just think that people are caring less and less about what the perception of themselves is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They don't care.
Right.
Even though and that's why like I paced myself on saying it, because at the same time we live in a social media society where you get to create who you feel like you are. You know what I mean?
You get to put out the best image of yourself.
Exactly.
You want.
Exactly.
You can curate that image.
And those are, you know, it's such a weird time for humanity, man.
It is. It really is. And we don't think about it because we're just living in it. It is what it is.
Yeah, we're just here. I feel like every day though, I feel more and more like we're like, you know how when you were younger, you would look at older people and how stubborn they were, and just like, and you're trying to show them a little bit of like who you are, and you're trying to talk sense into them, and they just will not listen because they're so fucking stubborn. Mm-hmm. I feel like not necessarily us, but I feel like this is what our generation, like we're us in our 30s. In our mid to late 30s, going into our 40s, are now like either becoming that, or we're like struggling.
We're more understanding of it. I think we get it.
We're more understanding of it. Yes, we are more understanding of it for sure. But there's still those stubborn motherfuckers that are ideally like stuck in those high school years.
Right. Oh no, that's what I mean. We're more understanding of the people that are still stuck. Like we. Like we understand that there's always going to be fuckheads that can't wrap their mind around simple ideas.
But I'm also like old enough where I'm just like looking at the decision that these kids are making nowadays, and I'm just like what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yep.
What are you doing? It's wild.
Yeah. You feel like that old man on the porch saying,
I do
get off my lawn. Yeah, I do. And I have a lawn too, and I feel like that sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to say it, but get your fucking dog off my lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm slowly becoming my dad. You see those progressive commercials where it's like the guy that's training the people to not become their parents. Mm-hmm. Do you ever see those?
I did see that.
I love that fucking guy.
I
love those commercials.
Aaliyah, shout out to Aaliyah. She had text me one time dying laughing because they were trying to pronounce quinoa.
Yeah.
And they said Joaquin.
Joaquin, yes. Yes, that's one that I see all the time. Those people.
She was like, did you see the commercial where they try to say quinoa and they say Joaquin? He was like, I saw that and started dying laughing.
Quinoa. He's like, now we're going to try to open a PDF. And everyone's like, no, I want none of that. We're good.
Oh, dude, we know everything about that shit.
Oh, yeah.
We know
that's why that
everything.
hit home so hard.
Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. But anyway. But yeah, so do we have anything else to add to this spoiler alert segment?
I mean, I don't think I have anything else for Invincible. We'll touch again next week on Omni-Man and
I don't really think
Homelander and the powerfulness of Omni-Man, because there was some discussion to be had there for sure.
I don't think I've seen anything else as of late that's spoiler alert worthy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to spoil the 3 episodes of Handmaids because you haven't finished it.
I haven't finished it. I haven't finished that, and I still want to see that movie with that you saw.
Oh, the Without Remorse.
Yeah.
We
could probably talk about that next week because I'm probably going to get to it.
We will. It was good. I won't say anything about it, but it was good. You'll enjoy it.
Okay,
good flick.
All right, guys. So I guess that brings us to the end of the episode.
All right,
guys. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you enjoyed our content, rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, anywhere that you listen to your podcast.
Spotify.
Tell your friends and family. Remember, research DFAT. May the 4th be with you
and also with you, good sir. That's why I got the Mando shirt on. Represented today.
In
case y'all didn't know what it is.
Also, remember to take a look at all of the other podcasts on DFAT. That's don'tforgetatowel.com, dfatentertainment.com. We have a whole lot of podcasts that deal with a lot of geek shit.
Even if you don't fuck with us, there's plenty of shit out there that you can fuck with. But you're listening to this, so you fuck with us.
Yeah, so you fuck with us, especially if you got this far in the episode.
Yeah, right? You don't fuck with us if you're getting to the end of the episode, all right?
But at the same time, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.